Good morning. I have a very adorable plate to share with you this morning. We're going to do a look for CjS 288, one of our patterned spring plates. There's a collection of 4 of these little 8x8 plates. 288, 286 has cute little owls. 287 is florals and the cute little pot and a watering can. And then 285 has ladybugs and butterflies and some proper gingham on it. Let's go ahead and create something super cute on top of, what are we working on here? We are working on Seafoam number 540 and Sunkissed Apricot number 537 from KoKo&Claire, of course. We've got another guy here. Don't think we're going to use him, but that is Gilded Mint number 539. So those are gel polishes. I have 2 coats of each, cured with a tack-free top coat on top, ready for art. Okay, so what we're gonna do with this little guy, I have planned an adorable little bunny. So number 72 is what I'm gonna start with here with our base, the main color of our bunny. I've got my stamper ready to go, scraper, and we're going to get rid of the fuzz first and foremost. We are going to scrape. I'm going to go kind of a little bit diagonally across this, nice and firm, and then immediately roll afterwards and pick up that little bunny. And get rid of our extras that we don't want on there. Now, I'm noticing at the top of this guy, there's a bit of a hole here in his ear. However, the next layer that I'm going to do is absolutely going to cover that when we do the daisies. So I'm not going to worry about it. If I was just going to leave this without that being covered, I would absolutely lift it again. But in this case, it's not necessary. All right, so let's come in. I'm going to use 34 for our daisy petals, the color of the flower. You could do this any color you want. Nice firm scrape, light roll over top. Immediately lifting as I roll. Two-handed stamping, I guess, is what we're referring to that as. Ready to go with your stamper the second you scrape that polish off. Think about it, it just makes sense. Because the second you scrape, that polish starts to dry. And it's a very, very thin layer of polish, so it's going to dry quickly. And if it dries even in the slightest, it's not going to lift up as cleanly as it could. So, all right, number 224 is what we're going to use for the centers of our daisies. A really pretty, nice opaque yellow. Want something that's going to show. Don't want it to be sheer. So that's a perfect one, number 224. Scrape and a roll. A few extra things to clean up there. Now, lining this guy up, I'm going to be looking at these kind of 4 flowers in the center. And once I get those guys lined up, I know if they're lined up that everything else will just fall into place. So once I get there with those, I'm just going to trust it and give it a push. And now all my little teeny tiny daisies have centers. All right, next thing we're gonna do here with this little guy is he's got a space for his tail. Now you could leave that because our outline is gonna have a spot for that, so it would highlight it. However, why don't we go in with a color and just jazz it up a little bit. So here's our little bunny tail. I'm going to use 225, beautiful orange. Lift that guy up, pop him into place. Now, there's details to go on this little bunny tail too that we can use to give it some character as well. Now, you don't have to, you could just leave it like that and it could be an outlined pretty little orange tail, but we have these 2 little options here. Actually, you've got 3 options. There's a dot where you can turn it into a daisy. Or there's teeny tiny little dots, so it could be polka dotted, or teeny tiny little stripes. And people are gonna look at this and go, you can't lift that. Look how fine those are. I'll show you how. And let's do them white. Let's do them with that little shimmery white. Lifting it with a shimmer too is even a little trickier. Okay. So in this case, I've got my polish down. I made sure it was clean to start with. I have my stamper ready. The second I scrape, I'm going to very lightly, barely touch it as I'm rolling over. And look at all the details. Every single little tiny detail. Now let's decide which one we like. Do we like dots? Or do we like stripes? Oh, I think dots. Sorry, stripes. Maybe next time. Okay, so take your time. Shake them down there. Give them a little push and a wiggle. Now we have a teeny tiny polka dotted little bunny tail. Ready for an outline. Give my stamper a clean on my sticky pad over here. And then let's use number 31 as our outline. 31 is just a really nice kind of chocolatey color. Let's move these guys out of the way a little bit. Give ourselves some room. Okay, 31, here we go. Scrape and a light roll over top. Get this nice, pretty, delicate outline. Now put this guy down. I'm looking at the tail and I'm also looking up top, just kind of giving the glance up towards the ears to make sure that they're going the right way. And then just slowly roll it into place. Oh my goodness. He's so cute. That's it. These are going on my nails next. So sweet. Bunny down. Now on this guy, I think we need to do, bunny needs a carrot, right? Every cute little bunny needs a carrot. So let's give this guy a carrot. We're gonna use 225, same color we used in his tail. Make sure everything's matchy-matchy. Nice firm scrape. A light little roll. I do have a little void in that carrot. Is it going to be covered? Possibly not. I'm looking at the details here and look at right there, kind of right where that little void is. That's probably where that's going to sit. So let's take a moment and do it again. I'm going to clean that off. Okay, so when I put this on this time, I'm going to roll down, applying the polish this way. I'm going to scrape the opposite way and roll in from the side. There, much better. Teeny tiny little one right at the very point, but we're not going to worry about that because that will be covered. Okay, this is going to look so pretty on this teal. Aqua kind of color. Just gorgeous. Love those two colors together. Okay, we need our 34 for our daisies. Oops, smoosh. Okay, scrape and a light roll. The stripes are cute too, the ones I just took off there. Always feels like a waste of a good lift. Okay. Now this little daisy right at the tippy tip here is gonna cover up that tiny bit of a void. So that worked out well. Love it. 224. Same color we used on the other one. For our centers, for our daisies. Super gentle roll. Get all those delicate little dots. Lining up the top two, peeking in at that center one to make sure that it's lining up properly. And now we have centers. Okay, so we need a top for our carrot. This is color number 98. And here's our carrot top right down here at the end. Oops, sorry, whacking the camera. Making everybody seasick. Now, I'm going to be taking a look at my outline right here to know where my top is going to sit, and it's basically just perfectly in line with my carrot. Make sure it stays straight so I didn't turn it so that it's going left or right. Now we need to do something cute up in the top there. What are we gonna do? Let's do some dots. Dots or stripes, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Either are cute. We did dots in the bunny tail, so let's do dots. Let's keep it consistent. Okay, we're clean. And do we want to do a different color? Let's do a different color. Let's bring in some pink. Let's bring in 71. Why not? And pick up some cute little dots. Where did I put me stamper? Here we go. Don't wait to pick that one up either, because those are tiny. Not as tiny as our bunny tail, but pretty tiny. All right. Kind of looking up at the top of those dots to make sure they fit into the little scallops that are the top of that carrot top. Okay, so we're ready for outline. Already? My goodness. It's so much fun. It's so relaxing to do this. I feel so lucky. Number 31 is going to be my outline, consistent with my little bunny. How do we do? Pretty good. It's complete. It's nice and delicate. Love it. Okay, now I'm going to look right in here when I'm lining this guy up. And then I can make tiny adjustments if I need to. Hopefully I don't need to. Well, it looks pretty good. Didn't need to make huge adjustments. Must have got that carrot top on quite straight. Okay, we need something here. I think we should put some hop in, a little hop in our step. So let's double layer this hop. It's gonna clean this up. Make sure it's clean and dry. And let's grab number 34. We're gonna do this twice, so we've got kind of that shadow effect. Scrape and a roll. Oh, I do not love that lift up. The pea is missing a whole bunch of its top there. So I think what we're gonna need to do here is grab some thinner. I always recommend having some thinner on your desk because polishes, especially stamping polishes, because they are highly, highly pigmented, much more pigmented than a normal polish, they do get thick more quickly. And we have them open. So that was 6 strips, might have been 7. Too busy talking. Close it up and just roll it between your fingers. That'll give it a nice mix up. I always give it a little swoosh swoosh. Of course, you need the sound effects as well. Okay, just clean up my scraper a little bit. Polish everywhere. All right, number 34, let's do this. So make sure that it gets all down into the letters. We've got enough polish there. Scrape and a roll right behind it. Look at that difference. It's definitely getting thick. Thick polish does not lift properly. Okay, that super fine line there. I don't want to leave that there because, yeah, it won't come off on my scraper. You watch, it'll come off on my manicure instead. Okay, is this, did I leave room? Yes, this is gonna fit perfect. Okay, we're gonna put hop right there. We're gonna leave that little bow too. They both lifted at the same time. Might as well make use of it. We got room. Who doesn't like a little bow? Okay, but we're going to do, like I said, we're gonna do it twice. And now we're gonna do it with the brown. Same outline color. Clean us up. Now let's see if this is gonna be too thick. Let's see if this lifts. Might need to do the same thing to this guy that we just did to our white. I'm gonna make sure my stamper's clean. Just give it a quick roll on the sticky pad. Pop the hop. No, don't love it. See those voids we've got going right at the top there? Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. So clean that off on our sticky pad. Let's give this a quick little wait and let it dry while we're doctoring up our number 31 here. Still got my thinner handy. 3, 4, 5, 6. I always say to start with less. You can always add more, but if you over add, you can't take it away. You can leave your polish open and let the liquid you just added dissipate a bit, and that will thicken again, but that just takes too much time. So start with less. You can always add more. Much better. Okay, let's see how we do. Clean that off. That guy should be dry. Okay. Stamper's clean. Right behind. Much better. Still got a tiny bit of a void in that O, but I don't think it's gonna matter once we layer up here with our white that's already down there. Let's get rid of that teeny tiny little line. Okay, now I'm just gonna go just slightly off to the side. Looking at the bow, and I'm also looking at the O. The bow and the O. And now we have hop. Oh, so darn cute. Check it out. This would be really cute matte as well. But I think I'm gonna leave it shiny. Ready for top coat. Super, super cute look for spring. All right, well, gonna do another video here and do a completely different look using the, what number is it? The one with the ladybugs, number 285. So stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.